Original forecast for today was light winds, 2 miles per hour, and it is not that. When is the weatherman ever right? Gonna be a lump day. Definitely not ideal. Hopefully I won't have to go too far to find Kokanee today. Now today, besides fighting the wind, I am doing a challenge. And this one's gonna be identical Dodgers. This is the Goldilocks Dodger MK3. This is a pattern I created, designed to sort of fishing those mid-depths between 30 and 50 feet, which is where I expect to find the Kokanee today. This is based on their MK3 blank. And then I've got one of their blood orange, blood peach, non-glow squids. This is a glow Dodger. So I'm gonna run this one without charging it, so it won't have any glow on it. And on this one over here, we're gonna run a glow setup. So I'm gonna get this non-glow setup deployed if I don't get capsized by the wind. Got some leftover corn from a previous video, so I'm just using it up. We're gonna be running snap weights today, and we'll be doing identical depths, identical rods, identical fishing line. So I've got my depth table here, so we're in about 40 feet of water. I think they'll be around 35 feet with 4 ounces. I'm gonna go back about 70 feet after clipping in, between 70 and 80 feet. We'll start at 70. So 30 out, an additional 70 should put me in strike zone. All right, there we go. And then this one is the same Dodger, and then I've got a glow chartreuse, or glow lemon squid from J&K on there. I'm gonna charge these up prior to dropping them down. All right, then I've got a full spectrum flashlight right here, black light. I'm gonna charge these up really well before dropping them down. And I'm gonna do this all day, even if, even as the sun comes up, and see if just having that extra glow at depth makes a difference. There's a little bit of glow. Make a little difference, a big difference, or no difference at all. Ooh, there's fish. I thought I saw fish chewing on it. That goes to the glow. First fish of the day. On the glow. Just thought I saw a tap there. I picked it up. I reeled a little bit to see if I could feel it, and he was there. There's my weight. I speed up a little bit while I unclip it. There we go. First Kokanee of the day. On the glow. Alright, first Chelan Kokanee of the day. I'm going to go ahead and still recharge this glow. Oop, there's fish. Another one on the glow one. That didn't take long. I wanted to do this experiment because I've noticed just over time, a lot of times when I get out to lakes early, my glow stuff will often outfish my non-glow gear, especially in those first hour and a half of the day. And that's especially true if I get there sort of the pre-dawn hours. It's hard to get there at pre-dawn hours in mid-June because sun rises so early up here, but wanted to see what would happen if I ran this as a true experiment. There's a lot of Kokanee down there right now. Just having a heck of a time boat control in this wind. Oh, he's off. Dang it. Oh, there's one. Well, there was one. Not there anymore. Getting bit. Oh, he's still there. We've had 2 bites on the glow. Oh, I've lost him too. Man, rough. It's really tough to handle these fish in this bounciness. definitely blowing more than 10 miles an hour, and it's straight up and down the lake on Lake Chelan, which means about the worst possible thing that could happen. Now the other Dodger here it's the same Dodger, has a glow. It'll get a little charge off of the sun, but I can't really do anything about that. Can't keep my troll speed consistent. It's like either I'm going 1.1 when there's a gust, or I'm going like 1.7. There's a bite. There he is. Got him. He's off too. Man, I'm having bad luck today. What is the deal? All right. Well, that's 3 bites on the glow. Only 1 landed. 1 bite on the non-glow. Not a hot start today. I mean, good bite, but I'm just having a heck of a time with my speed right now. I think I might get flipped around and see if I can go with the wind for a little bit. That might help my landing ratio, so I can get a more consistent speed when I'm fighting these fish. So I am not doing a good job right now. A rough start. 25% landing ratio is not good. Probably the worst I've had in a long time. Also, these fish are like the size of green label herring, so that also makes it a little more challenging. There's another one on the glow. They're just so small, I can't feel them all the time. Very slowly reeling these guys in. I have the wind in my back, so I'm just cruising along at 1.5 without really doing much work here. And don't you do that death roll stuff with me. There we go. Number 2 on. Oh, there's a bite right there on the non-glow. Stick though? I don't think so. Okay, that's another fish for us. There we go, little dink, but standard issue Chelan size. Oop, there's one. There's one on the non-glow. He's not fighting worth a darn. He's there. He's just not fighting worth a darn. There we go. There's another one. 3rd fish of the day, and he's off. It kind of felt like the glow was started off a little hotter, but now it feels like it's evening the odds. That's kind of what my experience has been when I get out. Like those early morning hours, that glow matters, and then it quickly comes to not matter. But we'll keep doing it. Keep doing the experiment. I'm not gonna let my preconceptions ruin the study. I'll be glad I've used up this corn. I don't like using corn after getting used to maggots. There's one on the glow already. That is just crazy. He's off. Well, I lost that one, so that's 2 for 5 on the glow. Oops. Keep forgetting to recharge the glow. I am running size 1 hooks today because I'm really rigged for bigger fish. And I wonder if that's killing my landing ratio or not. I really need size 4s for these little guys. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll stab a few along the way. At least it makes for more bites on camera, I guess. Nice thing about snapways, I can just drop and get back down there in a hurry. There's one on the non-glow. There's one on the glow. Doubled up. It's just coming in so easy. It's weird. Alright, we got that guy. One's in the bottom of the boat. It's good enough, I guess. Let's see if this one's still there or not. And he's off. Ugh, this might be like the worst landing ratio day I've ever had. Okay, so I got both rods up. We got 2 fish on each rod, although we've got way more bites on the glow. But this is the first rod to come up, so it'll be the first rod I redeploy. This is a good lesson for me, though, on hook size and landing ratio, because I kind of told myself I was going to avoid Chelan this year, but I wanted to at least get out here once, and I should have downsized my hooks. Yeah, normally when I get into Kokanee, when I have a bite, especially with the droppers, I'll, speed up the kayak and set the hook, but I've been doing that today, and then they're just gone. Like, I think it's just pulling the hooks out. So I think I'm just going to be uber gentle with these smaller fish. See if that works. There's one on the glow. Okay, some uber gentle, slow and steady. It would help if my speeds weren't going from 1.1 to 1.6, 1.7, but to do what I can. Usually when I take the weight off, I can feel the fish, but these fish have just been like so lethargic coming in. And it's there, and there's no fight in it. It's just swimming along like doopy-doo. Like no fight whatsoever. There we go. Okay, so that's like 3 or 7 or 8 on the glow. That one might be pushing 11 inches. There's one on the non-glow. See if we can get him in. Oh, he's off. Okay. Another one on the non-glow. It's starting to pick up as we get into the day here. Yeah, he's still there. I can just barely tell. There's one on the glow as well. That guy's at least a little more of a fighter than this guy. This guy has nothing going on. This guy's here, he's just swimming. That's all they've been doing. They just come straight up with it. Oh, there he goes. Now he puts up a fight. Jeez. Alright, let's see if this one's gonna play along. Actually fighting. Or is he just corkscrewing back there? I don't know. That's funny. Ah. Come on. There you go. 2 cokes in the boat. Alright. Oh, yeah, I had him. He was lassoed. One in the mouth, one in the gill plate. Alright. 7 in the boat. I can't keep track of all the bites at this point, but I feel like it's starting to level out. We got 4 fish on the glow and a lot of bites. Probably approaching 10 bites. And then we've got 3 fish on the non-glow, probably approaching a similar number of bites. There's one on the, I'm just deploying this one. Got one on the, this one actually is fighting. See? Somebody, this Kokanee can teach them how to fight. Yep, he's off. Jeez, what an insane day. I'm just gonna laugh about it now because I don't even care. I'll get there. That was probably a giant 12 incher. Right now it's just all, I think, luck of how they're getting hooked. Oh, there's one on the non-glow. I cannot feel, there he is, finally woke up. He woke up. Got it. Alright. Well, I think we've leveled up now. 4 fish on each rig. Kind of what I expected how the day to go. Ooh, look at that giant. I catch kokanee that eat that kokanee for breakfast. That wind is not going to give up. It's going to blow. It'll drop off as soon as I get my limit. It'll just stop blowing. instantly. Okay. There's one already on the glow. Now, kokanee do have exceptional vision, and it really doesn't surprise me to see an advantage with the glow stuff early, but then I don't expect that advantage to last very long. I mean, these are fish that are adapted to feeding at night in low light conditions and living at depth. They have really large eyes for the size of their body, so they can take in a lot of light. Do a little speed up while I unclip. There we go. Still feel and put up a little bit of fight. There we go. There we go. Number 9. One more to go. If the non-glow can pick up the last fish here, then it will be a tie for the day. I'm ready to have this limit and get off the water. This is not fun in this weather, and to be honest, not as fun. I just don't get into the smaller kokanee thing. I'd rather drive 2 hours and have opportunity to catch bigger fish than fish for tiny ones in my backyard. There's a big school of kokanee underneath me right now. And there it is. Alright, let's see if we can get this one in. Wouldn't be surprised for that other rod to go off. But if I get this one, it'll be the limit. Oh, it's still there. There we go. Well, that might be the biggest of the day, too. That monster at 12 inches. Alright. That is the end of today's experiment. So we ended up with a split, and I think, like so many things, I think glow is in part does a better job of catching anglers than it does fish. Oh, I think I got one on the yeah, I got one just retrieving that. That's so funny. So, get kokanee even when you don't want kokanee. That guy jumping around like crazy back there. Don't even need that fish. It's always the ones that you don't want that you're going to land, right? But I do think it helps in a very short period of time, and that is that early morning period when there's not a lot of light available. And you can draw a few extra strikes. But once that sun gets high enough in the sky, it's pretty much a no difference when it comes to having glow or not glow. All right, I'll put links to everything I use below. Read Goldilocks Spilt Milk Edition Dodger. They are a limited edition, limited supply, so I won't be surprised if they're sold out. And then I've got the glow squids and the non-glow squid here on this fish on the right. All right, love to hear your thoughts on glow. Are you a big believer in glow when you're kokanee fishing, or do you think it doesn't really matter? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time. Just remember, fish smarter, not harder. Ooh, that's a giant. That's a big one of the day. All right, I'll see you guys later.